Hey there, Minnie. I heard the big news. You're going on vacation, aren't you? Huh? Oh, good evening, Tabitha. What's this about? I just told you, silly. I heard you're going on a vacation. If you don't mind, could you tell me why you're asking? Because I'm going with you. What? You're the talk of the school, Minnie. Everyone knows how you, a single mother, started dating Carl, the only single father at the school, and then got married almost instantly. It's the romance of the century. Almost instantly? I mean, we were dating for about 2 years before we got married. That's not exactly what I would call almost instantly. Oh, don't be bashful. Go ahead and brag about it. All the mothers had a pact not to go after Carl, but you were the first one bold enough to break it, you sneaky little thing, you. Pact? What pact? I don't remember being part of any pact. Party or not, you broke the pact and stole Carl away from all of us. It was such a shock. But don't worry, none of us are the least bit jealous about your relationship. We're all thrilled for you. It's not like we were keeping it a secret. All of the mothers who I regularly speak to knew about this. So you're going on your honeymoon soon, right? Well, we have our 2 kids and jobs to work around, so we haven't really been able to make any sort of concrete plan as of yet. You think you're so sneaky just because you took Carl away from us, but I know all about your little plan, Minnie. I've heard the 2 of you talking about it. When? We've never talked about it in public before. Aha! So you have been planning it. I was right. Huh? You just said you've never talked about it in public before. That means you have talked about it in private. Of course we have. It's our honeymoon. How can we plan one without talking to each other about it? So, once again, I was right. You are planning your honeymoon. You might have been clever enough to hide your relationship with Carl, but you're not getting this one past me. That's not what I meant. We do want to go on a honeymoon, but like I told you, we're very busy and haven't made any concrete plans yet. We're just talking about it, as in discussing it. Oh, sure. I believe you. So, when are you going? I just told you we don't have any concrete plans yet. Wow, you are a stubborn little thing, aren't you? What is there to be stubborn about? We don't have any plans. That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. Fine, be that way. It doesn't bother me. I have my own ways of getting information. So I'll just have to go to my sources to find out the details. You may have gone behind my back with Carl, but that's an oversight I won't be repeating. You are an incredible person, Tabitha. Simply incredible.
Hey, Minnie. Do you have a minute?
Oh, hey, Carl. You don't usually text me from work. Is something up?
Nah. I was busy until around 1 today, so I skipped my usual lunch hour and decided to take my break now instead.
Ah, okay. So, what's up?
You're not gonna believe this. I had a big meeting with a client a few days ago, and one of my coworkers, Jake, helped me out a ton with getting ready for it, and so I took him out to a restaurant for lunch to thank him. And you know that woman Tabitha from school? I think she followed me.
What she is?
Yeah. Jake told me I had something stuck in my teeth, and when I used my phone selfie camera to try and take it out, I saw Tabitha sitting at the table right behind me.
You're joking.
I wish I was. She didn't appear to be trying to talk to me, so I thought it would be the best to just ignore her. Finished eating, and went right back to work as soon as possible. I know you're about to head over to school to pick up the kids, so I thought it would be for the best if I let you know as soon as possible, since you're likely to run into her.
All right, well, thanks for letting me know. Hey, Carl, are you done with work? Are you still okay to meet up like we planned?
Yep. I just walked out of the door to my office now.
Great. I just got on the subway myself. I dropped off the kids at their respective grandparents' places this morning, and they're also heading out right on schedule.
Yeah. My dad called me a few hours ago and let me know.
I hate to bring this up now and spoil the mood.
What is it?
I don't suppose Tabitha has said anything to you about this, has she?
Oh, her. She said that she was going to go to her sources or whatever to find out the details of our honeymoon, right?
Do you think it's safe to assume she didn't figure anything out, that she's still completely in the dark?
Well, considering the fact that not even we knew where we were going until a few days ago, yeah, I'd say we're in the clear. There's no way she knows anything about where we're going.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, well, I'll be waiting for you at the airport like we planned. Are you going to make it here by 6:30?
Yeah, no worries. I'll probably be there a little early, if anything. See you then.
Hi there, Minnie, or should I say g'day, mate? Where are you right now? Tabitha, what is this about? I'm in Australia too, sweetie. Let's meet up in the hotel lobby, okay? What? You're in Australia? Oh, come on now, Minnie. I've already told you, you're not going to fool me. You can stop pretending now. I know all about you and Carl's big honeymoon in Australia. I've known for weeks. So just give up already and let me tag along with you, okay? Tabitha, I legitimately have no idea what you're talking about. I'm currently sitting in my home living room watching TV. Minnie, you just don't know when you've been beaten, do you? Beaten at what? Okay, since you're intent on not admitting defeat, I'll just skip along to the important part. There's something you need to know about Carl. The truth is, he's actually in love with me, not you. What? A while back, I went over to Carl's office to see if I could pry the details of your honeymoon out of him. I watched him walking into a restaurant with what looked like a coworker of his, so I took the liberty of following in after him. I sat right behind him, and it seemed like he noticed I was there partway through his meal. After that, he started spilling all the beans about your big honeymoon in Australia. I knew right away that he was really doing it because he wanted to make sure I knew everything. I see. And he said that we were going today, did he? That's right. Now do you understand? I heard about it all from Carl himself, so there's no point in trying to hide it from me. I hope you don't take this too personally, but you're not even half the woman I am, and Carl sees that. Carl and I won't be needing you on our honeymoon, so you can be a dear and get on to the next plane home. Oh, and I'd deeply appreciate it if you could watch after his little runt until we get back. Actually, I'd love it if you just took that kid off our hands permanently. Oh, boy. Listen, Tabitha. Aw, are you going to cry for me? I'm all ears. That's not our honeymoon. That was just his business trip. Would you just give up already? It's your honeymoon. I know it is. No, our honeymoon was 1 month ago. What? And we didn't go to Australia. We just went to a nice little hotel with a spa resort for a few days. But he said he was going to Australia. The conversation between Carl and his coworker that you eavesdropped on was about their upcoming business trip. I have no idea how you came to believe that he was talking about our honeymoon. But the only thing you got right about the trip was the date. But no, that can't be. Hey, wait a second. This means that Carl is all alone on a business trip in Australia? And since you're still back at home, there's absolutely nothing that could come between the two of us. I still get the last laugh, Minnie. This is the perfect chance to make him mine for good. Read again, Tabitha. I told you the only thing you got right was the date. What do you mean? I mean, you're making a mistake that people used to make in 90s comedies when the writer wanted the character to seem oblivious about the outside world. Carl's business trip is to Austria. Isn't that the same thing? No, Tabitha. Austria and Australia are not the same country. Don't be ridiculous. Of course they're the same country. Austria is just an abbreviation. Take 10 seconds and search for Austria on the internet. Fine. Wait right there. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Sorry, Tabitha. But you're on almost the complete opposite side of the earth from Carl right now. He's in Austria, the country in Europe, not Australia, the place with kangaroos and koalas. No! That can't be. I didn't even know that Austria was a country. That does not surprise me at all. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful time on your solo trip to Australia. But I don't know anything about this country. I don't know anyone here. You speak English, don't you? I'm sure you'll manage to get by somehow. You've got to do something. Can you book me a flight from Australia to Austria? Why can't you do it yourself? Because I used up all my money on my ticket to Australia. This is partly your fault too, you know. If you would have told me the truth about your honeymoon, I wouldn't be stuck here right now. Take responsibility for your actions and buy me a ticket to Austria this instant. Tabitha, just a few minutes ago you told me your intent was to kick me out of my own honeymoon and steal my husband from me. You even called my husband's child, who I legally adopted, a little runt. Tell me, what reason could I possibly have for agreeing to save you from your own stupidity right now? Because you're my friend. I am not now, nor have I ever been, your friend. It's still your fault that I'm here. You should have told me where you were going when I asked you. You're guilty of fraud. I'll sue you. I would love nothing more than to see you waste more money that you don't have on a frivolous lawsuit. So please, go right ahead and sue me. In the meantime, you're an adult, so I think you can take care of yourself. I'll agree to drop my lawsuit if you buy me a ticket to Austria. My kids are calling me. Can we be done here? Just a one-way ticket is fine. Tell you what, how about I message your husband to have him buy the ticket for you? I'll let him know all about your situation. I'm sure he'll be eager to help. No, please don't. Anything but that. Okay, well then, you'll just have to pick up a part-time job or something in Australia to make the money yourself. So, you're not going to tell my husband, are you? Nah, I'm definitely going to tell him. He deserves the heads up so he can divorce you before I sue you for stalking Carl. Please, Minnie, can't we talk about this? You traveled halfway around the world in order to follow us on our honeymoon so you could send me packing and steal my husband from me. Please, Tabitha, tell me, precisely what is there for us to talk about in this situation? Well, I mean, what woman wouldn't want to get together with Carl? He's smart, successful, handsome. I'm aware. He is my husband, after all. Anything else? You stole him from me. I will never forgive you. In order for me to steal him from you, he would have had to be yours in the first place, which he never was. Now, my kids are calling me, so I'll be heading off. Hold it right there. You broke the mother's pact. You had no right to put your hands on Carl. He was mine. He is mine. You don't deserve him. Now buy me a ticket to Austria and don't tell my husband or I'll sue you for something. Do you hear me? I'll sue you for something. Look what you did, Minnie. My husband divorced me. Since you ruined my marriage, you are now legally required to give me Carl. This is 100% your fault. I hope you have a good lawyer. Hi, Tabitha. Did you make it home okay? Carl is mine. Give him to me. Well, I guess if you really want him that badly. You mean you'll let me have him? Of course not, you moron. Please, you have to let me have him. If you ever even think about speaking to my Carl again, I'll call the police, press charges for stalking and harassment, and sue you so hard they'll put my case against you in law textbooks for centuries. Be grateful that the only thing you've lost thus far is your husband. Maybe you'd like your husband to get sole custody of your children? You wouldn't. Oh, I absolutely would. And you had better not try and test me. Got it? I got it, Minnie. Carl and I had no idea this was going on, but apparently Tabitha had been talking to all the other moms at school for ages about how much she wanted Carl for herself. She had been putting the moves on him since before we were dating, but she was so inept at it that Carl never even noticed. Once we got married, her flirting escalated into stalking. On some days, she would leave her kids at home alone in order to follow Carl around. That all came out during the child custody hearing suit from her husband, during which he was awarded full custody of all their children. Even her parents were so ashamed of her that they refused to let her move back in with them. You'd think that all of this would have taught her a lesson, but nope. Just a few months later, she started putting the moves on another father at the school. She went even crazier this time than she did with us, to the point that the police actually had to get involved. This left her with both a massive legal bill after the couple she was stalking sued her, as well as a criminal record. She was never much of a worker before all of this happened, but now with a criminal record to her name, it's going to be pretty difficult for her to find a job that will cover her living expenses and legal bills.